Welcome everyone to a special episode for today, which is going to be my showcasing of my famous Little Big Planet levels, which are actually created from 2008 up until 2011. So I'm going to start off here by going with in kind of like chronological order. So my first level that I'm going to be showcasing in this episode is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, which, as you can see, it's of course, Call of Duty style Little Big Planet level, and I created this in the 11th of November 2008. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to film this episode for today and release it, is because I just wanted to take a trip down memory lane back in the early days of the PlayStation 3 and when Little Big Planet was kind of the main game here for creating on this platform. And I have to say, this game inspired me to pretty much start up on YouTube. So that's why I wanted to film this episode for today, this quick commentary. And one of the unfortunate things, I recently uploaded this video yesterday. I planned on just only featuring the gameplay and no commentary at all, but I figured it would be better. Also, I was getting a copyright strike due to the Little Big Planet soundtrack, so I'm going to have to mute the audio and just do commentary for this video. So anyways, in this level, you start off here. This is kind of like Al-Assad's mission. I kind of just wanted to make a standard Call of Duty 4 style mission for Little Big Planet. This was my first attempt at making a level, so please excuse the level design. It's really terrible. But as we progress through my levels on Little Big Planet in the community, you'll notice that my creative skills get better and better. So I was really impressed at the time with this tank here that I built. But looking back on it now, it's really not that impressive. And I will say there's a few times throughout this recording session that I die in my levels, so it just kind of shows you how difficult I did make them. And also keep in mind that this is the first time I played Little Big Planet, the original game, since probably 2000 and... oh gosh, it's probably been like 4 or 5 years at least. Probably since high school, I would say, senior year. So, yeah, the main purpose of this mission, I just had a little cave section here after that tank. The whole goal of this mission is to take down Al-Assad. And as you can see in this cave, throughout this level, there's a lot of different challenges I placed, such as these fiery logs here and electrified logs. So that is one of the things. The weird thing with this level is that I almost reached the full thermometer when you're in the creative mode. You have this thermometer that fills up as you add items to the level, and if it fills up all the way, then you can't add any more items. So I was all the way at full in this level. So this other part right here, I thought this was cool. I used dark matter, and I turned it into a real thin layer, and it actually turns invisible, so it looks like this rocket was flying through the sky. So I thought that was pretty cool back then. But as I look at back now, it's just it's a goofy level design idea but I was a kid when I made these levels, guys, so that's one thing to consider. So this has been the Call of Duty 4 remake, my Little Big Planet level. As you can see, we found Al-Assad, and that was pretty much the first level. So there's 1 out of 8. And our next one is Call of Duty World at War, my most popular one. Also created in 2008, had over 50,000 plays, so it was a really popular level. I would say my most popular one in the community in Little Big Planet. So I never really played LBP2 or the third one, which recently came out, I think a couple years ago or so. But this was the one that was really a part of my childhood back in 2008 when I was in middle school or high school. So actually, yeah, middle school. But anyways, as you start off on this level, I have, as you saw, there was a title screen with Call of Duty. You just have to press R1 to get out of that title sequence. I thought that was really cool. And that was a future update. I actually changed this whole level from the previous version that I created in 2008. It did not feature this beach landing at all, and with those planes crashed into the water. And then there's also these enemies, as you can see, that pop up out of the sand, which makes it really cool because it adds like a nice little bonsai effect, like how the, what's it called, Japanese soldiers in World War II would often have these little pits that they would hide in and pop out and try to bayonet the US troops. So that's one of the reasons why I added that to this level. And you'll notice throughout this level there's various towers and nice little jungle sequences that I added. And I spent a lot of time on this level in recent updates throughout the years into 2011, because it was originally created in 2008, this level. So one of my older ones. You have to also watch out for those little different shades of grass back there, because those are actual traps that you could fall into, and there's spike pits. So it's really deadly. But as we travel up through this little, kind of like this rocky mountain area, we're going to come to a stop eventually after we make it over this. I know a lot of people, if they were playing with two or more players in this map, then they would often fall into that hole that was back there, and they weren't able to progress. So there's a few glitches that I had to work out, and I never really fixed them. This up here, this waterfall sequence with the falling rocks and stuff, I thought this was very beautiful, something that I created, and I liked how I minimized those little XP bubbles there inside of that cave. It kind of looked like it was something unique, little gems or something. But as you can see, we're going to detonate this piece over here. There's also various... Ooh, I just fell off there. But there's various point bubbles at the top here. As you can see, you could also get on those stony rock parts over here and jump your way to the top and then get the extra point bubbles at the top. But I just kind of skipped past it there. So now that we made it out of the caves, or not the caves, the waterfall section, we're going to take this little boat here. There we go. Kind of wrecked it though on the beach. Now we're going to make our way. We just have a few more enemies to take out, and then this mission's pretty much completed. So, like I mentioned earlier, there's a total of 8 levels I published on the Little Big Planet community. Each one of them is a little bit different, although they all kind of have a war theme to them. There was 2 levels that I created. It was kind of my own series called Special Ops, and the first level was kind of an introduction which told the story behind the Special Ops. You'll see the Special Operations Forces, and you'll be able to see that in this video. It's coming up in after a few more levels. So it's really cool. The first mission, you're actually just riding through in a truck, and the one character is just telling the story, and then the second level is really what sets up everything. But anyways, we finally finished this mission. All we have to do is grab onto the helicopter. And it was kind of funny because there was a person that joined into my match here, but I'm going to skip that. So that was that Call of Duty World at War. Now it's Call of Duty 4 Charlie Don't Surf. This is my 3rd level that I created. It featured a nice helicopter, which I fully customized. I thought this was beautiful. Spent a lot of time on this level trying to develop everything, make sure it was perfect. And you start off kind of similar to the first Call of Duty 4 mission with Al-Assad. You have to blow open this doorway here with C4. And if you remember, I think it was in 2009 that the Metal Gear Solid pack came out for Little Big Planet, and it featured some really cool weapons and stuff, some upgrades like the Paintinator, and these different meters and stuff that you could place on objects and destroy them. For some reason, this text bubble here got all corrupted, and it shows up as all asterisks, or asterisk. I can't say that word, but you know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, so that was just a little glitch there. And you'll notice, I'll kind of point out some of the glitches as we progress through these levels. But, yeah, this is a section that you have to remain on this vehicle, and if you fall off, then you're pretty much done, because there's no way you could get past that. So it's another level design flaw that I realized as an older adult now, because I was a kid when I made this level. I was just a young lad. Okay, so we have a few miniature characters, and I believe if you search throughout this level, I have a few prizes you could collect, such as the helicopter I created, and I believe a few of the enemies, so that's cool. That little laser plasma shooting thing over there is one of the turrets that came equipped from the Metal Gear Solid level pack. I think your character also had a really cool snake skin from that pack as well. Oh, there we go, sweet. So we took out the major helicopter, and this part up here is another little level design flaw that I experienced. This tank actually is not something I created. It's from another, I think, RZ22G. He's a famous tank designer from Little Big Planet back in 2008. And this is one of the tanks that you could win from completing his level. And I kind of epically fail here. I was trying to jump over here to get onto this next portion. Eventually I get back into the tank here because I'm going to try to shoot that, angle the turret down. If you notice, there's two controls. One of them changes the direction of the turret up and down, and the other one fires. That's pretty cool. But as you can see, the missile's not going to be able to hit that, so I just kind of give up there and jump over eventually. I was so glad that that worked for this recording, guys, because it would have been a total disaster. So here we go, let's see. Kind of have to get on the corner. Sometimes in Little Big Planet, if you get on the corner, you could propel yourself up. So that's what I did. I kind of jumped on the corner here, you'll see. There we go. So you just have to do a little circular pattern if you can't get over that ledge. It does take a little bit of effort, so just a forewarning there. Alright, so that has been level number 3. Now, let's transition over to my Call of Duty 4 map pack Overgrown, which includes the previous glitches from the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. So this was another level. I was a big fan of Call of Duty 4 and some of the glitches that came with the maps back in the day. For example, there was a lot of invisible ledges in the game that you were able to climb on and stuff. So that's what I kind of explained with this level in particular. It was kind of like a walkthrough of the map Overgrown from COD 4. And as you can see, this is one of the glitches. You could walk on that fence within the map. I kind of explain it as you travel along here in the speech bubbles. So you have to go on top of that one little building in the beginning by the bridge. And there's a, actually, I don't know if that ledge is still there. I have to check that out and see if Infinity Ward fixed that game with future patches and updates. But I don't know because... Ooh, sorry about that. I accidentally hit my microphone. But Infinity Ward, they never really fixed those glitches that well for those older Call of Duty games. So some of these glitches might still be there, some of them might not be. But yeah, I was just a major fan of the map Overgrown from Call of Duty 4 back in the day. It was a major sniping map, and you could really use a variety of different weapons. As you can see, one of the objects you could win in this particular level is a submachine gun that I created. And yeah, there's, oh, I forgot the one mission coming up, or the one level is my particular favorite, which is the Call of Duty 4 All Gillied Up, which is one of my personal favorite missions. I think that's my favorite level I ever made. Just so many unique things in there, and you'll see coming up here. And this is the famous cornfield within the map of Overgrown. It's kind of like an overgrown, or like a, it's hard to explain. It's on the edge of the map by this old rusted out shed. But there's another tree over there by that shed that you're able to actually hide in, which is a great vantage spot for sniping. I mentioned that in that text bubble. Take a quick drink of water. And there's also a tank that's on fire within that map, so that's another thing I decided to throw in there. And this is the last glitch right over here. Just mentioning that you can get on top of that one other roof. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I forgot to build that one gas station that was in the map after you cross that one bridge. But anyways, this has been my Call of Duty Overgrown map recreation. The next is All Gillied Up, which is from Call of Duty 4, and this is published in February 2009, February 12th. So, and as you can see, I updated it back in 2011. So this is another one of those levels that I have a really unique entrance. And since this is located in Chernobyl, actually Pripyat, I have all the same speech bubbles from the Call of Duty 4 mission, so it's really cool. We have to sneak past a dog here. It's really cool. There's a lot of enemies in this level that you could just press R1 and take them out, kind of like a stealth kill. This is also a level that I made use of some really unique camera angles, so that's one thing to point out here. And always check the buildings in my levels because they have a lot of nice collectibles. I hide things behind objects a lot. Here's a nice little sharpshooting moment. We took out that sniper in the tower. Just like the mission from Call of Duty 4, when you had to get into that Russian Orthodox church. There we go. And back in the day, I used to make use of the PlayStation Eyes camera. I would always take pictures of Call of Duty posters and put them in my levels and stuff. So I just try to improve on the authenticity of the level design. There we go. So as we continue here, we have the soldier patrols with the tanks. And we kind of have to get past them here because there's a little bit of radiation emitting. So we have to... Every time you see that green haze on the ground, that's sort of like my representation of radiation in Little Big Planet. What I was trying to do here is get onto the wheels because you could actually... I have a hidden object in that tree. It's a collectible. I think it's the tank. Let's see. Yep, it is the tank. So if you put forth a little bit of effort, you can get that tank collectible. It's really cool. And use that as like an emitter object or something in your levels if you choose. So in order to activate this elevator to get to the next section, we have to push this into the battery outlet. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to show you this entire level because at the end, I actually I ran out of lives. I died, and I just decided to cut it off. But you could play the level and figure it out for yourself. It's really fun. I highly recommend this one. So we're going to continue on here, just like that. Yeah, and as you can see, the speech bubbles are spot on with the game still. I tried to be as close as possible without, getting copyright, of course, which is unfortunate in this day and age. I still have to worry about that, but yeah, but that's something we're always going to have to worry about. So, yeah, we just have to get over here, jump on another elevator, and there's another thing I implemented, I forgot to mention, is the quick race. There's also free roam. I did not get to show you that because, like I mentioned, I kind of glitched out and failed the level at the end. So, yeah, free roam. You can actually continue exploring this level. I kind of just built like a little parkour race. And then there's also a quick race. So, yeah, that was something that I implemented because I wanted to have like 3 to 4 players be able to enjoy this level with ease. And also get some XP and competition. So, as you can see, we're going to start. We could either choose to end the level or go up to do the free roam / quick race. Yeah, so the quick race is up here on this little thing you have to grab. And once you complete this, you could also go back down and do the free roam. So, that's one of the things I really enjoy about this level, is that there's a few other mini games that I added, as you can see right now. So this one's really cool. You have to shoot this, pull it over here to get past this obstacle. And this is just typical Little Big Planet platforming. You have to bust that through the wall. There you go. And you'll notice you have to shoot these objects here. It's really, if you're not used to the Paintinator from the Metal Gear Solid pack, then this level could be quite challenging. Because it was for me. I haven't used it in like 5 years, so I was really screwing up, everyone. My apologies. Also, this ladder, I always thought this was really cool. each step is in a different layer, so you kind of jump back and forth. It's just looks like a ninja. It's really cool. This little thing is nice here. I love that picture. But anyways, that was all Gillied Up, so I highly recommend it. Now we're going to take a look at Special Ops Part 1, which is the introduction level created on the October 2009, I believe that said. So, as you can see, I utilized the same helicopter from Charlie Don't Surf, except I changed the insignia to the Special Ops logo on the side with the skull, kind of like the half moon crescent, but it's really the skull and neck insignia for the Special Ops. So this level is pretty unique. It's kind of just a sit and enjoy, sit back and relax atmosphere. It kind of tells a story about this evil ruler who's in the Middle East, and he kind of took over this country, and this massive war started in the Middle East when like the stock market crashed and people just started rioting and stuff. It's kind of weird. It's like kind of like what's going on right now in the world. But I didn't mention any virus or anything like that. But I nailed the fluctuation in the markets and stuff and the rioting. Although the stock market's still doing pretty decent. So yeah, so as you can see, as you travel along here, you're just going to get various text bubbles. And I really like how I designed the city. It was just really cool. Certain parts in the city, like of the buildings and everything, just they kind of fell off in certain parts, which is really cool. This Special Ops sign, by the way, took me forever to create. I created each letter with a specialized text. I was kind of going off this. If you ever heard of the website dafont.com, it consists of a lot of different unique fonts to use for websites and stuff and videos. But I was trying to go off this one unique Special Forces font. So that I think I pretty much nailed it there. That was really cool. So yeah, that was a Special Ops introduction level. Now we're going to go and check out Special Ops Part 2, which was first published 31st of December 2009. So, nice little... I remember this. This was a nice little New Year's special. I was working on this all day long trying to finish it. This is the first level I used that implemented Little Big Planet's water physics, which was a part of a separate map pack similar to the Metal Gear Solid pack. So this level, I have to say, is probably my most visually stunning and just overall systematically sound, because I featured a lot of different mini games. And as you can see, compared to my original Call of Duty 4 level, this one in particular is a major improvement with all the different level design components and stuff, and I just have a lot of different things going on here. So as you go through this, you're kind of like playing as, of course, a Special Ops force, and you're going through this compound, placing C4, and at the end we're going to rig it to explode, so that's the main goal behind this mission. It's an enemy terrorist compound. So let's go over here. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a way. Now this part, I have to say, is the trickiest part of the level, because you jump down here and there's spikes everywhere, so I die at least 4 or 5 times. So this is my apologies. I really apologize about that, but I'm really not that good with the water mechanics, which is why this is probably my most difficult level next to Wacky World, which I believe is coming up. Yep, it is coming up. I only have 2 more levels to show you guys, and then that's it for this episode. That is every Little Big Planet level I ever created. It's kind of hard to believe I made 8 levels. That's a lot. Not as many as some other people, though. So in this section, this level features a lot of different Paytonator components, level components. So you have to shoot that to get up here. Place C4. Alright. Nice. I was kind of going for like the Metal Gear Solid theme with this, because that's why I had the Special Ops theme. It reminded me of Metal Gear Solid. And with all the things coming out for Little Big Planet at the time, it kind of went it kind of all worked out together really nicely. Okay, so now we're going to go under here. This part of the level features some really cool underwater mechanics with the scuba mask, and we have to find 3 keys in order to get out of this pipe section. So here we go. We have to drag this one out of here. Almost looks like windmill turbines or something. That's what I was going for. Kind of like a filtration system for the water or something like that. Or even like the network of plumbing for the compound itself is what we're swimming in right now. I have no clue why the keys would be in there, but that's what was going through my mind back in 2009. Okay, so we're going to go back up here, drag this next key, and as we bring this one over, you'll notice that the next doorway is going to unlock. Yep. Okay, so now all we have to do is get the blue key, and this one's the easiest one to obtain. All you have to do is click these buttons here. There you go. Now we have the key. Let's go get this blue one, and this is another level that I actually, towards the end, I kind of broke the level and I had to cut the episode off. I had to cut it short, so my apologies again. But you could go and check out my levels here and play them on your own if you decide. Nice. Okay. All we have to do is push that in there, get the C4, and yep, simple as that. So, I should mention this, one of my favorite level design components in Little Big Planet, the first game, is the fact that you have these like magnetic switches or like magnetic lock and key components, and when you find one piece and connect it with the other, you can unlock certain gates and stuff within a level. So that is something I really implemented a lot in my future creations compared to the ones I made back in 2008, which were kind of bland or whatever, but I guess we all live and learn. So this is a 2-player mini game. If you have 2 people, you could both grab onto those chain ball things and go up and complete a really unique mini game. A few people have actually finished that, so something unique to try if you have another controller or someone in the house. So this part of the level is really difficult. You have to grab this box and kind of take out this juggernaut. He's a really super powerful character, because if you remember from Call of Duty, the juggernauts were always really powerful. They had those really nice body armor suits, and they weren't really indestructible, but they were able to take a lot of damage, so that's why I wanted to implement one here. And I epically failed because I put that magnetic switch into the water, so there's no way of getting that back. That's another level design flaw I have to improve on, is possibly put an emitter here, which will emit a second one, just in case the player puts it into water. So anyways, that was pretty much the end of the level. You just had to jump over there and get to the end. So now we're going to check out Wacky World, which is a colorful journey. This level features some really cool, vibrant color schemes and some really cool level design effects. I kind of featured a time traveling effect when wherever your character spawns out of, you have to move that portal to a different location, and it's just hard to explain, but you'll see throughout this level I implement like a teleporting thing and just all kind of cool level design effects. So it's really weird looking back on this. It only had a few plays after all those years, like 10 years being on the community, but this one is really something to check out because it's just beautiful. And as you can see, the water here rises and stuff, and the whole level changes. It's really cool. I was going for kind of like a Psychonauts theme. If you guys have ever played Psychonauts or have watched my Nostalgia Gaming Series episode on that game, then you'll know what I'm talking about with the color scheme. and just how everything's just all over the place. That game was really awesome. So this is another part that I really messed up on a lot. I think I die at least 3 times here. It's just hard to get that timing down to get past this object. And another good thing is I started to use the infinity life spawners for Sackboy. That way you could just die unlimited amount of times and still complete this level. Alright. So yeah, this is just really visually stunning. I love this. I really wish I could let you guys hear the music, but that just makes it even more better to hop on PlayStation 3 and play some good old-fashioned Little Big Planet. If you still have your PS3s. I know a lot of people just get rid of their old consoles, but I've always been one to kind of save everything. Even my old electronics. I remember a couple minutes ago I said that there was 2 more levels. This is actually the last one for the episode, so I really hope you all enjoyed. I have a lot of different creations out there. Really should go check them out. And I just wanted to put something different up for tonight on the 27th, because I was going to do a Grand Theft Auto episode, but I figured it'd be better to just change it up a bit tonight and do something like this. By the way, I recently picked up the DJI Mavic Air 2 drone, and I recently uploaded a video about that, so go check that out on my channel. I will be posting probably a full review, and just I have to say that that drone is super, it's amazing. The quality of it is just superb, and it's really going to make my nature and travel vlogs 5-star videos, that's for sure. So this section of the level I actually had to cut a little bit, because it leads up to this teleporter here that, as you can see, it kills Sackboy and it respawns him to this new location. So that's a really unique effect. There's also kind of like a time slowing down feature here, because this one piston is actually moving too fast coming up, and we have to slow down time in order to get past it. So it's a really cool effect that I added. You'll see what I mean coming up here in a bit. Alright, so there's a lot of moving objects. We kind of have to maintain our composure here. I didn't want to fall into that, the abyss of red smoke. It's really cool. Okay. Always want to make sure you grab those checkpoints, because there's so many times that I've been traveling through a level and I accidentally get to hit a checkpoint, and I'm really regretting that. Okay, so this is the part of the level I was telling you about that deals with slowing down time with these electrified wooden pistons here. So we have to shoot both of these objects with the meters, and once it gets all the way down to 0, there we go, time has slowed down. Just like that. Sweet. Alright, so it's very simple. Now we just have to continue on here. And I was trying to just... This whole level is kind of going for like the circus-y theme mixed with Psychonauts. I have no idea why I wanted to mix this at the time, but I was really into Psychonauts back in 2009 and 2010. Because one of my favorite YouTubers at the time, Good Boulderfist, was doing a walkthrough of that series, and it was just really awesome. I really haven't checked up on him on YouTube. He used to be a famous Minecrafter with the Minecraft server, so that was always something to watch after school. I was thinking about doing a Minecraft series again, like Season 3 or something like that. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested in Minecraft, because I know that generated my most amount of views ever for videos on my channel. Okay, so we are nearing the end of this episode, this special episode of Little Big Planet, A Trip Down Memory Lane. I think I'm going to call this lkarloff's, probably just lkarloff's original Little Big Planet levels, or something like that, from 2008 to 2011. That way people know what this is all about. So, yeah, we are nearing the end. We just have to charge up this meter, and this is going to be the final teleportation device used to transport us to the final part of the level. So, thank you all so much for watching this special episode. I really hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, I'm just going to continue on here, making some more nostalgia gaming series episodes, more Grand Theft Auto, and more nature vlogs with my new DJI Mavic Air 2 drone. So I highly recommend you all please check out each level that I showcased in this episode. And anyways, stay tuned for more content, and have a great day, everyone.